Chapter 2 Life in Upper Konoha. Sakura's POV. I stir my ice water with my straw and watch the beads of dew on the side of the glass roll down to the napkin below my cup as I listen to the peaceful clinking sounds of the ice connecting with the glass. I would usually find this a boring activity, but at the moment it was a nice alternative to my other, less attractive option, listening to Naruto yap about something or other. I took a nice long sip of my drink and sighed. Look, Naruto, we don't really care about Shino's bug collection. Stop sounding so enthusiastic about it, Sasuke said, exasperated. I shot him a thank you for shutting him up? Look, and in response he shook his head with a smile. Fine, whatever. Oh hey, here comes our food, Naruto said excitedly. The three of us were having dinner at our favorite restaurant along the strip, called Setsuna's. We dined here together almost twice every week, having grown up to their delicious steaks and specialty fish entrees. I dipped my spoon in my asparagus soup, grateful for the arrival of our food. After our meal was finished and the plates were taken away, as sort of an afterthought, Naruto ordered 2 glasses of wine, one for him and one for Sasuke. Sorry, Sakura-chan, but you're not old enough to drink yet. Naruto smiles at me. You know I can drink. Just not legally, I countered with a wink. Both Naruto and Sasuke are 21 and I'm 19. I don't mind being younger than them. They know that I might as well be 21 too. For all we know, the only major deterrent from my age is that I can't legally drink. Speaking of drinking, I'm going to throw another party at my place 2 nights from today, Naruto said while stretching his arms over his head. You two are invited, naturally. Sasuke hummed consent while taking a sip from his wine glass. All right. Who else is going? Do you actually have a guest list this time? The whole guests invite more guests thing is a little overdone now. It's not classy anymore, I said. Of course I have a guest list, Sakura. Let's see it then. Naruto scratched his head. I don't have it with me. Actually, I won't get to see it until my party manager's done writing it up. That defeats the purpose of writing up a guest list, Dobe, if you still don't know half the people on there. Sasuke shook his head. Whatever. I gave her some guidelines, at least. I told her to send invitations to all the people our age who live around here. At least then we won't have complete strangers this time. Plus, keeping the guest list huge and mysterious gives us more opportunities to meet more people. Don't you agree, Sasuke? Naruto playfully punched the other boy's arm. Sasuke finished off his wine. Naruto, how can you be so careless? I laughed. With a huge grin, Naruto said, because you and this guy are such party poopers, I have to be the one doing all the fun stuff. I feigned shock. Huh? Sasuke, did you hear that? Chapter 3, The Scene. Naruto's POV. Is my outfit okay? Sakura asked, doing a little twirl for Sasuke and me. She was wearing leopard print tights under a bright red miniskirt, laced up high-heeled boots, and paired with a zebra striped t-shirt and black leather jacket, perfectly representing tonight's party's theme, Born to be Wild. Yeah, Sakura, you're such a girl. Does the theme really matter? Guys will be all over you anyway, I told her. She put a hand on her hip. Naruto, you're the one who set the theme. And now you're saying that it doesn't even matter? How does that make any sense? My party planner made me do it. She was all, a theme will add flair. A theme will give the party some personality. So I went along with it. Well, not really. I smirked and looked down at what I was wearing. It was true, I was wearing my nicest pair of jeans and a leather jacket of my own, with a white shirt. But no wild animal print or pattern of any kind to acknowledge the dress theme. Oh, who cares? It's my party after all. Sakura sighed and took a seat next to me on the couch. All around us, my party planner and her team were running around setting up the lights, clearing the dance floor, and organizing the open bar. The DJ was setting up his station and starting to mix the playlist. Heavy bass began to pour from the speakers and I stood up. Walking over to the bar, I reminded my party manager to start up the jacuzzi and extend the lighting system to the balcony. 3 tequilas, I said to the bartender, who nodded and walked away. I glanced back over to the couch and saw Sakura talking with Sasuke. I heard clinking and turned back around, grabbing the shot glasses and bringing them back over to the living room. Thank you, Dobe, Sasuke said as I came back with the drinks. Cheers to a bitchin' night, I shouted and downed the shot in one gulp. Sakura and Sasuke followed suit and the music seemed to grow even louder. A voice from the foyer called my name. I put my shot glass down on the table and jogged to the door. My assigned Kia bodyguard, Kakashi, was there, holding a clipboard and pen. He always acted as the bouncer at all my parties. Ah, Naruto, there you are. Guests are starting to arrive. Should I let them in? Yeah, go ahead. Let's get this party started, I yelled. Kakashi opened the door and people began streaming into my condo. I strolled back into the living room now dance floor and motioned for Sakura and Sasuke to join me. They did, and so did about 350 other people. Kia bae. I yelled over the music to a boy with dark hair who had just walked in. I motioned with my hand to cut through the crowd and join us. Along with him was Tenten, Niji, Tamari, and Hinata, old friends from school. Hey, Naruto. How's it going, man? Kiba shouted, grabbing my hand. Nothing much. Bar's over there, I said, pointing in the direction of the kitchen now bar. Grab a drink and get loose. After a few more drinks I started to get a serious buzz. As I was reaching for a sixth champagne from a passing waiter, Sakura grabbed my hand. Don't drink too much, Naruto. You don't want to feel like a shitbag in the morning. Remember our rule. That reminded me about the semi-pact that the three of us made. We promised each other that at any party we would only drink enough to loosen up, but not too much that we'd have massive hangovers in the morning. How could we live the fast life if we had huge headaches and massive bouts of vomiting the night after a party? Sakura's voice brought me back to the scene. Besides, something's telling me that you're going to want to remember this night. She winked at me and blended back into the crowd. I grinned and shook my head, walking up the steps to the DJ stage. He handed me a microphone and lowered the music. Hey, how's everyone tonight? I shouted, and the crowd screamed back at me. Looking out at the sea of people in my house, I saw some faces I recognized, but plenty I have never seen before. Alright? Let's turn this party over to you guys. Take the freaking spotlight and come up here and CAing, I declared. I passed the spotlight, and the mic, over to a brave soul that came up to the stage. He started belting the lines to Let It Rock by Kevin Rudolph. He was actually pretty good, to tell the truth. Sakura joined me on the stage and we danced together, much to the crowd's enjoyment. As one person after another came up to take the mic, Sakura and I grinned and freaked, exciting the guests. The bass pounded and the smell of sweat twirled with expensive perfume and cologne. I moved my body to the beat and whispered to Sakura over her shoulder, dance off. She turned around with a smirk. Bring it on. I motioned to the DJ for a better beat and he started the song Teach Me How to Jerk, and that's just what I did. The beat and bass flowed through my body as I did the reject and pin drop. I did some break dancing too, just to get the crowd going. They loved it. I ended my turn by pointing over to Sakura, who had moved to the other side of the stage. Audio push blended into Sierra and the beats of 1-2 step began to play. Sakura rolled her body and flipped her hair, taking some moves from the song's actual music video. I had to give it to her, she was good. After a few more turns back and forth, the dance-off ended and the DJ returned to the night's playlist. Sakura strutted over with a happy smile on her face and gave me a sloppy hug. Have fun, she called back to me after jumping down from the stage. I walked over to the DJ to request a song as a blonde-haired girl took the mic. I couldn't help it, she caught my eye. The blondie was wearing a red strapless dress and giraffe print pumps. Her long, blonde hair was loose and fell around her shoulders in light waves. She was beautiful. I watched as she danced and starting to sing Poker Face by Lady Gaga. She was probably the best singer that sang that night. I was completely blown away. The shots and champagne from earlier boosted my bravery and I walked over to her in the middle of her song. I danced behind her and she welcomed it. She continued to keep the song up with her terrific voice. Her hair smelled like honey and flowers and her skin was a milky cream. I was completely starstruck. After the song ended she grabbed my hand and dragged me off the stage with her, passing the mic off to the next aspiring singer. We weaved ourselves through the crowd until we reached the center of the party. We danced together for the rest of the night, much to my pleasure. The music continued through the night as the blonde and I got to know each other with our dance moves. But I needed to know more. Who was this amazing girl I was dancing with? Naruto called us party poopers. Dope, you know we are far from that, Sasuke chuckled. Prove it, team. Sakura. 2 nights from now. Show me that you guys don't kill the party. I laughed and waved my hand in a dismissive motion. Are you kidding? We'll be the freaking life of the party, Naruto.